Day 6. The phone rang at 3:11 a.m. I let it vibrate against the table 3 times before answering. The voice on the other end was weak, rasped. "Please, I need water." I closed my eyes, listening to the slow drag of breath through cracked lips. The sound of desperation. I'd heard it in deserts, in cells, in nameless bunkers across continents. It was the sound men make when the body is already negotiating with death. "Say my daughter's name," I whispered. Silence. Then, broken. I, I didn't touch her, I swear." My hand tightened on the phone until the plastic creaked. 6 nights earlier, I'd found her shoe. FBI reports said rescued, but the photographs told the truth. Her eyes hollow, wrists bruised, hair matted with blood. A senator's son ran the ring. A senator who called me personally and said, "Forget you had a daughter." I hung up then, and I became the thing they all once feared me for. By dawn, 12 guards lay scattered in crimson silence. My daughter's captor woke in darkness, chained in steel, a gallon of water beside him. I left him with one object, my number. Now he called, and I answered. For 20 years I operated black sites the world pretended didn't exist. Men screamed there until silence became their language. But none of them ever touched what was mine, until him. When the senator's voice slid down the line that night, smug, deliberate, I felt something shift. I'd faced terrorists, warlords, traitors. I thought I understood betrayal. But betrayal is different when it breathes through the phone and says, "Your blood is disposable." I stared at my daughter through the hospital glass, machines clicking beside her. She couldn't look me in the eye. Shame was written across her 16-year-old face. Shame that wasn't hers to carry. That was the betrayal. Not only what they did to her, but how they made her believe it was hers to hide. And her captor, the senator's son, smiled in the booking photos, confident, protected, his father's shield over him. I knew then, law wouldn't hold him, but silence would. I planned quietly, methodically. Surveillance grids built in my mind. I studied patterns of movement, vehicle rotations, guard routes. They weren't professionals. They were spoiled sons of politics, playing security with guns they'd never earned. I moved like I had in Cairo, in Kabul, in shadows where even light feared to linger. One by one, the guards fell. Not loud, not messy, a whisper of steel, a bullet at close range. Some saw my face before the end. Most didn't. The sun woke in a shipping container, air thick, rust pressing against his lungs. The gallon of water gleamed under the dim light. 1 gallon. Survival reduced to mathematics. I gave him nothing else. No threats, no speeches. Just the number. Because waiting is an interrogation too. Day 3, he didn't call. Day 4, he screamed into the void. Day 5, he sobbed like a child. And on day 6, he broke. I can't breathe in here, please. I'll say anything you want." "Say her name," I repeated. He did. Whispered, shaking, like the word itself was poison. I pressed the phone to my ear, listening, studying. The pauses told me more than the words. He wasn't just scared, he was unraveling. "Your father can't hear you," I said. "Not here, not now. You're not untouchable." The line went quiet, then a sob. The sound of certainty dissolving. That was the truth. Not the paperwork, not the politics. The truth was in the fracture of his voice. I didn't go back for him. I didn't need to. Instead, I sent his father the recording. 36 seconds of his air crying in the dark, begging me for life. The senator called me 5 minutes later, his voice, once smug, now hollow. "What do you want?" "Nothing," I said. "You already gave me everything." I hung up. Let silence choke him. The kind of silence no office, no power, no campaign could erase. Because in the halls of politics, weakness is blood in the water. His son's voice would bleed him dry. I sat at my daughter's bedside as she slept. Her chest rose and fell, steady now, safe. I thought I'd feel rage, I thought I'd feel triumph, but I felt nothing. Because victory isn't joy, it's absence. Absence of threat, absence of fear. She would heal, slowly. The senator would decay, publicly. And his son would never forget the sound of my silence on the other end of that line. Some wars are fought with armies, some with laws. Mine ended with a phone ringing in the dark. And when I answered, it wasn't mercy I gave him, it was truth, sharpened into silence.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.